Did you know that chronic pain affects more people than diabetes, heart disease, and cancer combined? That's right, we're talking about a silent epidemic here, folks. It's like a party that no one wants an invite to, but many of us are crashing anyway. Chronic pain is that uninvited guest that overstays its welcome, making itself at home in our bodies, sipping on our energy like it's some fancy cocktail. But here's the kicker, it's often invisible. It doesn't always show up on scans or tests, making it the perfect undercover agent in the league of health concerns. Now you might be thinking, okay, so it's prevalent, but is it really that big of a deal? Well, let's put it this way. Imagine a symphony, perfectly harmonized. Then out of nowhere, a rogue tuba player goes off-key, throwing the whole performance into chaos. That's chronic pain for you, an off-key tuba in the symphony of life. A single note, disrupting the harmony, making you forget how the original melody even sounded. It's not just about the physical discomfort, it's about how it can seep into other areas of life like a mischievous shadow. It can affect your mood, your sleep, even your relationships. It's like that annoying pop-up ad that keeps showing up no matter how many times you hit close. But here's where the plot thickens. Most of us are not equipped to manage it effectively. We're like sailors trying to navigate stormy seas with a broken compass. But guess what? It doesn't have to be this way. We can change the narrative. We can learn to manage chronic pain, to turn down the volume on that rogue tuba. It's not about silencing it completely, it's about turning it into a manageable hum in the background of our symphony. With stats like these, it's high time we stop ignoring chronic pain and start addressing it head-on. So buckle up as we dive into 7 effective strategies for managing chronic pain. Because let's face it, folks, it's time to show that uninvited guest the door. Ever heard of the saying, it's all in your head? Well, when it comes to pain, there's some truth to it. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying your pain is imaginary, far from it. But your mind does play a crucial role in how you perceive and handle pain. Think of your mind as a top-notch DJ, controlling the volume knob on your pain. Sometimes it cranks up the tunes, making the pain seem louder, more intense. Other times it turns down the dial, making the pain more bearable. This is where mindfulness comes in, my friends. Mindfulness is like giving that DJ a little nudge to turn down the volume. It's about being present, aware yet non-judgmental about your pain. By focusing on the present moment, you're not fretting about past pain or worrying about future discomfort, you're just here now. So remember, folks, cultivating mindfulness is like having your very own inbuilt painkiller. Now, I know what you're thinking. Exercise? When I'm in pain? Hear me out. Imagine this. You're a rusty old gate hinge. When you move, you squeak and groan, right? But what happens when you oil that hinge? It moves smoother and the squeaking stops. Well, your body is just like that hinge. Movement acts as the oil, making you feel less like a rusty gate and more like a well-oiled machine. But I can't run a marathon. Hold your horses, we're not asking you to sign up for the Olympics. Gentle exercise like a leisurely walk or a few stretches can do wonders for chronic pain. It's all about getting that blood flowing and those joints moving. And here's a fun fact. Exercise releases endorphins, your body's natural painkillers. So, you're not just moving, but you're also fighting pain with your own personal pharmacy. So, the next time your couch seems too comfy, remember, a little movement goes a long way. Who knew that daydreaming could be a superpower, right? Let's talk about the art of distraction. It's like being a magician, but instead of pulling rabbits out of hats, we're pulling our focus away from pain. Now, I'm not suggesting you distract yourself by walking a tightrope or juggling chainsaws. That's a different kind of pain waiting to happen. But consider this. Ever been so engrossed in a riveting novel that you forgot to eat? That's the power of distraction. It's like having a remote control for your brain. Switch the channel to something more entertaining than pain. Could be a good book, a compelling movie, or if you're feeling adventurous, you could always try deciphering modern art. And hey, who hasn't been so caught up in their neighbor's soap opera of a life that they forget their own troubles? So go ahead, get lost in a book, a movie, or even your neighbor's drama. Your brain will thank you for it. You are what you eat, and that goes double for pain. Now, I'm not saying you should start eating nails or fireballs, but let's talk about how your diet plays a key role in managing chronic pain. Ever heard of inflammation? No, it's not the latest boy band. It's what happens inside your body when it's trying to protect itself. And guess what? Certain foods can cause it and others can help fight it. Think of it like this. If your body was a party, inflammation would be that uninvited guest who shows up and starts a food fight. Foods like refined sugar, processed meats, and fried foods are basically handing that guest a plate full of tomatoes to throw. On the other hand, Foods like berries, fatty fish, and green leafy vegetables are like the bouncer showing that rowdy guest the door. So the next time you reach for a snack, remember, your diet can be your ally in your fight against pain. Sleep. It's not just for beauty anymore. I bet you thought those 8 hours of shut-eye were just for dreaming about winning the lottery or being the next superhero. But no, my friend, sleep is the unsung hero in our battle against chronic pain. You may not realize it, but getting a good night's sleep is like having your own personal repair crew. While you're off in dreamland, your body is hard at work repairing and rejuvenating itself. It's like having a team of tiny mechanics fixing up your body's engine every night. Now I know what you're thinking. Great, another thing I'm supposed to do perfectly, as if life isn't hard enough already? And I get it, but improving our sleep isn't about being perfect, it's about giving our bodies the best chance to do their thing. So, how do we do that? Well, we could start by treating our bedroom like a sleep sanctuary. No, I don't mean installing a moat and drawbridge, although that would be pretty cool. I mean keeping it dark, quiet, and cool. Think of it like your personal bat cave, minus the bats and billionaire playboy lifestyle. Next, let's talk about bedtime routines. Remember when you were a kid and your parents made you brush your teeth and read a story before bed? Turns out they were onto something. Having a relaxing routine before bed can signal to your body that it's time to wind down and rest. So maybe it's time to dust off that old copy of Goodnight Moon. Lastly, try to keep a regular sleep schedule. I know, easier said than done. But our bodies love routine. They're like that one friend who always orders the same thing at the restaurant. They know what they like and they stick to it. So remember folks, when it comes to pain management, don't sleep on the importance of good sleep. Now we're not saying you should just think positive and everything will be fine, but positive thinking can be a powerful tool in your pain management arsenal. We know what you're thinking. Oh great, another person telling me to be happy and my pain will magically disappear. We get it really, but stick with us here because the power of positivity is more than just a catchy phrase on a motivational poster. Scientifically speaking, positive thinking can influence your brain's perception of pain. It's like turning down the volume on that obnoxious radio station that only plays terrible songs. You know the one. In this case, the terrible songs are your pain signals. So, how do we harness this power? Well, it's not about ignoring your pain or pretending it doesn't exist. That would be like trying to ignore a bear in your living room. No, it's about shifting your focus. Imagine your mind as a garden. The negative thoughts, they're the pesky weeds. And the positive thoughts, they're the beautiful flowers you want to cultivate. Now, if you spend all your time worrying about the weeds, you'll have no time to water the flowers. So let's water those flowers. Start with simple affirmations. Think, I am strong, I am capable. Repeat them like a mantra, and remember, it's okay to have a laugh. Humor is a great pain reliever. Ever heard of the saying, laughter is the best medicine? Well, it's not just an old wives' tale. Next, practice gratitude. It's like a superfood for the mind. Find something, anything to be grateful for. Maybe it's the sunshine or a good book, or that you're not a bare living room. Finally, surround yourself with positivity. This could be uplifting music, inspiring books, or people who make you feel good. It's like surrounding yourself with a positivity force field. So go ahead, put on those rose-colored glasses. A positive mindset can make a world of difference.